Just give me a few seconds. I'll have to figure out if everything is working fine or no. Just give me a few seconds. Okay, things are working fine. We'll wait for a while and then we'll begin. ठीक है, चलो यहाँ से हम स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं. तो अभी हमें पेज नंबर 177 पे एंड पेज नंबर 177 पे हैं हम. इस बुक का नाम है दी अष्टवक्र महागीता बाय ओशो. और इस बुक के बारे में बहुत सुना था मैंने, क्यूरियोसिटी जनरेट हुई थी तो मैं पढ़ने लग गया. एंड ऑलमोस्ट कवर होने वाली है बुक. यही मेरा एम है कि आज मैं इस बुक को कंप्लीट कर दूं. तो ठीक है, आगे चलते हैं. 177 पे हम हैं अभी. सो लेट्स स्टार्ट. ओके, to get the context, let's go a little bit back while I'm trying to understand the meaning. Okay, let's go forward. This is why Janak says to Ashtavakra, what skill that I saw in an instant, what dexterity I have, what ability. Remember that skillfulness, remember that ability. It depends on you. When I'm speaking here, the speaking is my responsibility, but the listening depends on you. After speaking, I have no control over what I have said. As soon as I speak it, it is out of my hands, a released arrow. Then it is up to you where it will land, where it will strike home. Will you let it strike you or will you save yourself? Will it land on the intellect? Then you will go back a bigger scholar, strengthened in your debating skills, more skillful in argument, but you missed. If you let it strike the heart, you'll be more blissful. You'll be filled with gratefulness. Then the door of blessedness opens. Then the possibility of grace increases. Possibility? Possibility. Then you have come towards the immortal a little. You have take two steps towards the final destination. Don't return as a scholar, return as a lover. Kabir says, 2 letters and a half is in love. Who studies them is learning. Don't forget these letters of love. Listen to my arguments. Be persuaded by my arguments, but as a means, the end is that one day you gather courage and take the jump into that which is beyond logic. By means of logic, I'll take you as far as your intellect can go. Then a frontier will come. Then a border is reached. Then the responsibility is yours. You can stand at the border and look at your past and at your future. Then you will see backwards into the intellect you have come through and ahead towards the potential that is opening. The future is of the heart. No one has ever attained the real wealth of life through thinking. Someone may have attained through meditation, through witnessing, through love, through prayer, through the juice of devotion. Then it is in your hands. If you want to remain a barren desert, it is up to you. You are your own master. But once I have brought you to the edge where you begin to see beautiful forests, greenery, valleys and passes and mountains, snow-capped peaks, let me show this to you once. Then it is up to you. Then if you want to go back, go back. But then you will know what you will know that you are returning by your own choice. Then the responsibility is yours. यहाँ पे देखो, नेचर और ये सारी चीज़ों की बात इसलिए कर रहे हैं, वो बोल रहे हैं कि मैं तुम्हें सिर्फ जो अल्टीमेट रियलिटी है, जो सत्य है, उसके पास पहुंचा सकता हूँ. उसको एक्सेप्ट करना या नहीं करना वो आप पे डिपेंड करता है. आप वहाँ से वापस आओ या नहीं आओ या आगे बढ़ो, वो भी आप पे डिपेंड करता है. मैं लॉजिक के बेस पे एक पर्टिकुलर पॉइंट तक आपको पहुँचा सकता हूँ. ठीक है, तो वही यहाँ पे एग्जाम्पल से समझा रहे हैं. ऑलराइट, उसके आगे जाने की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी तुम्हारी है, उसके पीछे आने का डिसीजन भी तुम्हारा है. एंड यू आर योर ओन मास्टर. So I take your logic up the point where you get your first glimpse of the golden peaks, where you can see the open sky for the first time. Then that glimpse will start following you. Then it will hover around inside of you. Then the call will call out louder and louder. Then slowly, slowly, the drip, drip, drip that was falling will begin pouring as a great current. You'll not be able to save yourself because once you get even a small glimpse of the heart, the intellect is just rubbish. Before the glimpse, this rubbish seems to be diamond and jewels. Is it not a danger for me that the argument nurtured mind will take control of the heart and suppress the experience of feelings? It is danger. Be alert. If we wanted to, a stone lying on the path can be a block and we can stop right there. And if we wish, the stone can be made into a step to climb and go beyond. It depends on you whether you make the logic nurtured mind a block or a step. Those that have made it a stop have embarked on a great journey. Those who have made it a barrier have remained small ponds. Not stop, here it is step. Those who have made it step have embarked on a great journey. Those who have made it a barrier have remained small ponds. An atheist is a pond. One who trusts is a river flowing to the ocean. An atheist stagnates. As soon as water is stopped from flowing, it starts stagnating. Water stays clean when it flows. बोलते हैं ना, बहती नदी का पानी हमेशा साफ होता है वाले सेंस में. But to flow the ocean is needed. If not, why flow? For flowing, enlightenment is needed. If not, why flow? Otherwise, there is nothing more to be attained, nothing more to become. Whatever has already happened is enough. Remember, there are two kinds of people in the world. The world can be divided into two types. One type is those who are never satisfied with outside things. We have this house, we need another one. We have this much money, more is needed. This woman is with me, another kind of woman is needed. He is never satisfied with the outer things. एंड नाउ इट इज ग्लोरीफाइड अ लॉट, राइट. आजकल के टाइम पे ऐसा लगता है कि इन चीज़ों को बहुत ग्लोरीफाई किया जा रहा है कि ये कभी भी शांत नहीं बैठता, इसको सेटिस्फैक्शन नहीं है, इसको भूख है आगे बढ़ने की, विच इज़ गुड अगर अप टू वन पॉइंट. बट एक पॉइंट के बाद शांति इज like peace and ultimate truth is something that people should seek. Okay, he's never satisfied with outer things, but he has no dissatisfaction with the inner. One who has no inner dissatisfaction, just outer dissatisfaction, this is the worldly man. तो उसको अपने अंदर से कोई डिससेटिस्फैक्शन नहीं है, बाहर की चीज़ों से डिससेटिस्फैक्शन है कि अभी मेरा घर छोटा है तो और बड़ा मेरे को चाहिए, मनी अभी कम है तो और ज़्यादा चाहिए, अभी ये कार है तो और बढ़िया कार चाहिए. सो बाहर की चीज़ों से वो डिससेटिस्फाइड है, अंदर की चीज़ों से नहीं. और वो एक वर्डली मैन है. देखो, सही गलत की बात ही नहीं हो रही है, वो एक वर्डली मैन है. वो आप बोल सकते हो संसारिक आदमी है, जिस भाषा में जो हिंदी में बोला जाता है. देन देर इज अ सेकेंड टाइप ऑफ पर्सन, ही इज सेटिस्फाइड whatsoever is outside but who is not satisfied within. और कुछ लोग ऐसे हैं जो बाहर की चीज़ों से जो सेटिस्फाई हैं पर अंदर से सेटिस्फाई नहीं है. बाहर चाहे कुछ भी कैसे भी वो हो, वो सर्वाइव कर लेंगे, कोई इशू नहीं आएगा, पर अंदर से उनको बेचैनी है, सत्य को जीतने की, सत्य को पाने की लालसा है उस सेंस में. देयर इज अ फायर, देयर इज अ फायर ब्लेजिंग इनसाइड ऑफ हिम, a divine discontent. He lives in continuous process, in continuous change, in continuous transformation. Let skill with reasoning to be helpful in your inner revolution, in your transformation. Remember this, where logic becomes a rock and a barrier to your transformation, drop logic. Don't drop the transformation. ठीक है, जब तक लॉजिक आपको एक स्टेप स्टेपिंग स्टोन जैसा है जिसके आप ऊपर चढ़ के सही डायरेक्शन में जा रहे हो, ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन की तरफ जा रहे हो, तब तक उसको यूज़ करो। जहाँ पे लॉजिक आपको एक बैरियर की तरह रोकता है तो वहाँ पे ड्रॉप कर दो लॉजिक को और ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन की तरफ बढ़ो। इज व्हाट ओशो इज ट्राइंग टू से। ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन से उनका मतलब वही है, बी अ विटनेस, जो अष्टवक्र ने भी बोला था, बी अ विटनेस, सीक द अल्टीमेट रियलिटी। I am saying that ultimately the choice is in your hands. One was to go beyond the level of intellect, and love was to go beyond the object of devotion. What to say about where I started from? Oh, companion, I didn't even know where I had to go. The intellect doesn't know anything about where it has to go. This is why intellect never goes anywhere. It goes around in circle like bullock grinding grain. You have seen a bullock with blinders over his eyes, going around and around. With blinders over his eyes, he feels he's moving, that he's going somewhere, that something is happening. Have you observed how you go around and around? The same morning, the same moving around, the same day's work, the same evening, the same night, again the same morning, again the same evening. Rat race, जिसको मैं बोलता हूँ ना, rat race. So that's the thing. A whole life spent like this, again morning, again evening. You go on circling around and around like a bullock grinding grain. What to say about where I started from? Oh, companion, I didn't even know where I had to go. One was to go beyond the level of intellect, and love was to go beyond the object of devotion. मेरे को एक उनकी बात भी याद आ रही है, विकास देवी कीर्ति सर ने फिलोसोफर्स के बारे में बोला था ना कि जब ह्यूमन जाति ह्यूमन जाति मानव जाति का जब विकास हुआ था तो सबसे पहले लोगों ने सरवाइव करने पे ध्यान दिया। उन्होंने उसी हिसाब की चीज़ें करी कि कहाँ हम रह पाएंगे, क्या हम खाएंगे, कैसे, जैसे अगर बाहर के इन्वायरमेंट में ठंडा है तो कैसे हम गर्म कर सकते हैं अपने आप को, कैसे आग का इन्वेंशन हुआ, फिर फूड कैसे कर सकते हैं, फिर उन्होंने फसलें लगाना शुरू किया। जब उनको बेसिक रिक्वायरमेंट उनकी पूरी होगी, यानी कि रोटी कपड़ा मकान जिसको बोला जाता है, कि उनको खाने के लिए चीज़ें मिलने लगी प्रॉपर, उनको रहने के लिए एक जगह मिल गई, जब सर्वाइवल पे बात नहीं आई, वो थोड़ा सेफ फील करने लगे, तब उन्होंने इन सारी चीज़ों के बारे में सोचना शुरू किया कि ब्रह्मांड क्या है, अल्टीमेट रियलिटी क्या है। तब वहाँ से फिलोसोफर एग्जिस्टेंस में आए। तो बेसिक नीड्स पूरी होने के बाद ही आदमी इन चीज़ों के बारे में सोचता है। तो रैट रेस की जो मैं बात कर रहा हूँ उसमें कोई है तो वो गलत नहीं है, पर उन्हें पता होना चाहिए कि रुकना कहाँ पे है। लाइक ये नहीं कि आप उसी तरीके से पूरी लाइफ निकाल दे रहे हो और बाद में यू हैव योर रिग्रेट्स, राइट? So that's not something that one should do, or that is not something that I want to do in my life, is what I'm trying to say over here. See, for the survival, if you have to do job, understood. For, let's say, for the shelter, for the money, for the food, if you have to do it, that's fine. बट एक टाइम के बाद आपको जो सही में चीज़ें खुशी देती हैं, सत्य, अभी पहले खुशी पे ध्यान दो। जब वो सारी खुशी भी आपको मिल जाएगी, एक पीस आपके अंदर होगी, तब आप इस डायरेक्शन में जाने की कोशिश करोगे। सो थिंक इट इन दैट मैनर, ओके? डोंट always get trapped in the rat race. Try to come as soon as possible out of it. I've seen there is this one guy with some 30 to 40k followers on Instagram. He's a new account and he is a corporate employee. और वो क्या करता है, 9 to 5 जॉब करता है और फिर 5 के बाद वो 11, like 5 to 11, he, how can I frame it? So he ride a bike. So basically he provide a bike taxi services. आजकल हमारे कंट्री में, मतलब देखो, बाहर के कंट्रीज़ में क्या होता है, बहुत छोटी एज से डिपेंडेंसी ख़त्म कर दी जाती है। बहुत छोटी एज से, इवन दो घर परिवार में बहुत सारा पैसा भी हो, तो भी जो बच्चा है उस घर का, वो पार्ट टाइम जॉब करता है। जैसे KFC और जो भी आउटलेट्स हैं बाहर, वहाँ वो जॉब करता है, पार्ट टाइम जॉब करता है, अपनी पढ़ाई भी करता है, वो भी करता है, जल्दी जल्दी इंडिपेंडेंट होने पे ध्यान दिया जाता है। बट हमारी कंट्री में ऐसा है कि यार, अगर तेरे पास, अगर पेरेंट्स को लगता है कि हमारे पास बहुत पैसा है तो हमारा बेटा आराम की ज़िंदगी जिए और सारी चीज़ें उसको हाथ में मिले, उससे फिर बच्चे पे बहुत सारी, मतलब वो आ जाती है, क्या बोलते हैं, फ्रीडम आ जाती है, विच इज़, अगर बच्चे सही से मेंटली डेवलप नहीं हो पाए, मैं देखो मार्क्स के बेसिस पे नहीं बोल रहा हूँ, अगर वो सही चीज़ों पे नहीं ध्यान देगा तो फिर वही होता है कि आज कार से यहाँ चले गए, वहाँ चले गए, और किसी का एक्सीडेंट हो गया, किसी का कुछ हो गया, they don't know how to enjoy life in true sense. It is their life. They think that traveling and everything will provide them peace, which is true if you are seeking experience. But अगर वही खालीपन आप मतलब अपने अंदर के खालीपन को भरने के लिए अगर खाली आप पैसे लुटा रहे हो तो वो भी कहीं ना कहीं गलत है. एक डायरेक्शन में मूव करना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है आफ्टर अ सर्टेन पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम इन लाइफ इज व्हाट आई फील. एंड आई डोंट नो व्हाई आई एम सेइंग ऑल दीज थिंग्स. इट्स लाइक जैसे हमने लास्ट लाइव स्ट्रीम में पढ़ा था कि अपना ही रिफ्लेक्शन हम आउटसाइड वर्ल्ड में देखते हैं, राइट? तो इट इज समथिंग लाइक दैट ओनली आई फील. Okay, I have a lot to say, but let's go back here. Let's see what the author has to say. Okay, so get out of the rat race as soon as possible. हाँ, तो मैं उस पर्सन की बात बता रहा था. तो वो जो है वो 9 to 5 जॉब करता है, उसके बाद बाइक टैक्सी चलाता है. इसको बताने का मेरे पीछे एक ये एम था कि जनरली जो 9 to 5 जॉब कॉर्पोरेट जॉब कर रहा होता है ना, उसको लगता है कि ठीक है अब तो सेटल्ड लाइफ है, एसी में बैठ के प्रॉपर हम काम कर रहे हैं, सोसाइटी के हिसाब से भी वी आर एट इंटेलेक्चुअली वी आर गुड. एंड उसी चीज़ में वो फिर यही तो ट्रैप है, इसी ट्रैप में वो हमेशा फंसे रह जाता है थ्रू आउट द लाइफ. एंड फिर लास्ट में उसको लगता है कि मैंने कुछ किया ही नहीं. बट दिस गाय, आई थिंक हिज नेम इज़ ट्रिपी और समथिंग ट्रिपी. सो वो 9 to 5 जॉब कर रहा है, बट उसे पता है कि ये मेरा अल्टीमेट एम नहीं है. वो बाइक टैक्सी चला रहा है ताकि वो कुछ रुपए जमा कर सके. एंड हिज एम इज़ टू ट्रैवल द वर्ल्ड and experience a lot of things. So that's what he's aspiring to get, and which is also understood because उसके पास एक aim है, एक goal है, and for that he's pushing his boundary. He's not trying to, you know, be in the rat race forever. So that's what he's trying to do, and that's why when it comes to government job, I feel like, I don't know about others. See, government job provides you security, but it kills the very essence of the life, is what I feel like at this moment. कि आपको वो सिक्योरिटी देती है और बहुत सारा मतलब सिक्योरिटी इन द टर्म्स ऑफ फाइनेंसेस, व्हाट आई एम सेइंग. और इसी के कारण उसकी सोसाइटी में बहुत ऐसे माना भी जाता है कि सरकारी जॉब है तो बहुत बड़ी चीज़ है. पर वो ना आपको एक टाइम के बाद रैट रेस में ट्रैप कर देती है. फिर आप उससे बाहर भी नहीं निकल सकते हो. अपने हिसाब की चीज़ें जिस लेवल तक आप करना चाहते हो वो भी नहीं कर सकते हो. अब इट डिपेंड्स, इट वेरीज फ्रॉम पर्सन टू पर्सन. इफ समवन वांट्स टू लीड हिज और हर लाइफ इन दैट मैनर, कंप्लीटली फाइन. बट अगर कोई इस टाइप की लाइफ नहीं जीना चाहता है दूसरी तरीके की, सो आई थिंक गवर्नमेंट जॉब और एनी जॉब फॉर दैट मैटर, गवर्नमेंट जॉब इसलिए मैं हाईलाइट कर रहा हूँ बिकॉज वहाँ पे सिक्योरिटी होती है, सोसाइटल प्रेशर होता है कि अगर आपने गवर्नमेंट जॉब कर ली तो वहाँ से निकलने में, स्पेशली इन मिडिल क्लास फैमिलीज, इट फील्स लाइक it is a very big deal, right? So coming out of the government job, getting in is also very difficult, I'm not denying it. But if you want to lead your life in a manner that it has meanings, it has experiences, so you have to do something about it. All right, so that trippy guy is someone who is doing 9 to 5 job, then he's doing the bike taxi service, then he's creating content. So he is having multiple source of income. I don't know about the social media yet. I think he's earning a little bit, I'm not sure, but he got some base. Okay, so he's earning now, he'll save it and he'll go for the world trip hopefully very soon. So yeah, that's how you can also understand. Okay, so अगर आप उनमें से हो जिनको जिस काम में आप जा रहे हो, जैसे कॉर्पोरेट वाला जो भी काम है या गवर्नमेंट जॉब वाला जो भी काम है आपका, अगर आपका उसमें जेन्युइनली इंटरेस्ट है, देन इट इज़ अ विन विन सिचुएशन. तब तो कुछ आपने करना ही नहीं है. बट अगर आप वो सिर्फ यू आर डूइंग इट जस्ट फॉर द सेक ऑफ फाइनेंस, विच मोस्ट ऑफ द पीपल आर डूइंग, then you have to do something about it sooner or later if you don't want to lead your life in this manner for the rest of your life, right? Now moving ahead, when you rise a little above the level of intellect, you rise into the sky, leaving the earth behind, limit drops. और अभी मैंने जितनी भी चीज़ें बोली हैं ये भी लास्ट में जो ओशो बोल रहे हैं उसके अंदर ही है. ये भी तो मटीरियलिस्टिक चीज़ें ही है ना जितनी चीज़ें मैं बता रहा हूँ. दीज आर ऑल्सो मटीरियलिस्टिक थिंग्स ओनली, राइट? ओशो इसके एक लेवल और ऊपर की बात करते हैं. जैसे शंकराचार्य वाला एग्जाम्पल मैंने पहले भी दिया था. वो कहते हैं जैसे हम वर्चुअल वर्ल्ड में कोई गेम खेल रहे हैं, फॉर एग्जाम्पल आप BGMI खेल लो या आप वेलोरेंट खेल रहे हो या माइनक्राफ्ट, आप कुछ भी खेल रहे हो, तो आपके पास एक कंट्रोलर है, आप उसमें कुछ प्रेस कर रहे हो और उसके हिसाब से जो वर्चुअल वर्ल्ड में पर्सन है वो मूव कर रहा है. तो ये वर्चुअल वर्ल्ड में हो रहा है. ऐसे ही हो सकता है कि अगर हम अपनी लाइफ को एक थर्ड पर्सन पर्सपेक्टिव से देखें तो हो सकता है कि देर इज़ अनदर लेवल ऑन टॉप ऑफ अस हु इज़ कंट्रोलिंग आवर डीड्स. right? So that's also possible. Sky is the limit, right? So moving ahead, when you give a little uh, when you rise a little above, और इस चीज़ की बात मैंने इसलिए करी क्योंकि ओशो भी अल्टीमेट ट्रुथ रियलिटी और विटनेस होने की चीज़ों पे, अष्टवक्र ने भी इसी चीज़ पे फोकस किया है जिस पे ये बुक है, तो वही चीज़ हम समझ रहे हैं, राइट? When you rise a little above the level of intellect, you rise into the sky, leaving the earth behind. Limits drop, the infinite begins. Bondage drops. One has a small glimpse of liberation. Ultimately, it's your life, it's your experience, it's your journey. You have to live it the way you want it to live, is the crux of what I'm trying to say over here. Love was to go beyond the object of devotion. Then a moment also comes. First, you move from intellect towards the heart. Then a moment comes when you go deeper than the heart. Love was to go beyond the object of devotion. Then love becomes free from the object of love. Then the devotee is liberated from God. Then the worshipper is liberated from the worship. So first move with logic towards love and then move with love towards silence. ये समरी है जो अभी तक कहना चाह रहे हैं ओशो, उसकी समरी है कि लॉजिक को वहीं तक यूज़ करो जहाँ तक उसकी रिक्वायरमेंट है, उसके आगे ड्रॉप द लॉजिक एंड गो फॉर द एक्चुअल थिंग्स, यू नो, द हार्ट, लाइक फॉलो योर हार्ट. सो फर्स्ट मूव विद लॉजिक, पहले लॉजिक के साथ चलो. किसकी तरफ जा रहे हो आप? लव. एंड वंस यू गेट लव देन मूव विद लव टुवर्ड्स साइलेंस. दैट great silence is our home. Peace, the ultimate reality. You are in the mind, you are to be in the heart. I begin with intellect to bring you forward, bring you towards the heart, but I don't allow one who has arrived in the hurt to sit still. I tell him, keep moving, keep moving. Each new moment as fresh as the old, like a familiar love song, filling the breast, go on planting string upon string, and each string such that the melody of the completed ragini never becomes empty. A new step has to be taken into the unknown, the unfamiliar. Don't remain stuck with the familiar. Have you ever thought what intellect means? The collection of what you know. That's very important. What is intellect? Ask yourself the questions. What is intellect according to you? According to Osho, and I also agree with it, it is nothing but the collection of what you know. Okay? And what does it mean? Just the accumulation of your past. In the intellect, whatever you have heard, read, studied, or experienced is accumulated. राइट right? तो इन रियलिटी है क्या? आपका पास का डेटा ही तो है, राइट right? जो भी आपने सीखा, जो भी पढ़ा, जो एक्सपीरियंस किया, वही सारी चीज़ें जमा होगी जिसको आप इंटेलेक्ट बोल रहे हो. द कलेक्शन ऑफ वट यू नो द थिंग्स दैट यू हैव read, studied, or experienced in your life, right? So whatever has already happened is accumulated. The intellect has no idea of what is about to happen. The intellect is of the past, finished, dead. The intellect is dead ashes. If you are stuck in intellect, you go on wandering the byways of the past. Go on moving in the known. Movement is into the unknown. There is no movement in the known. It is just going round and round like a bullock grinding grain. Take the risk. The heart means the unknown, the unfamiliar, an adventure. Who knows what will happen? It is not certain because it has never been known. So, how can it be certain? The map is not in your hands. It is an unknown journey. There are no mileposts or police on the path of a path to tell you the way. But a person who makes a journey towards the unknown makes a journey towards enlightenment. Enlightenment is the most unknown happening in this world. Even when we know it, we still don't know it. It always remains unknown. Go on knowing, still it remains unknown. The more you know, the more it feels there is more left to know. जैसे ही जनरली होता है, जो जितना पढ़ता है ना उसको ऐसा लगता है कि अभी पढ़ने के लिए और बहुत सारी चीज़ें बची हुई हैं. जैसे विकास देवी कीर्ति सर ने भी उनके एक कहीं तो किसी पॉडकास्ट या कहीं तो किसी इंटरव्यू में बोला था कि उनसे किसी ने पूछा था आपने तो इतना सारी चीज़ें पढ़ ली हैं तो उससे आपको क्या समझ में आया है, समथिंग ऐसे ही कुछ फ्रेम करा हुआ था सेंटेंस. तो उसमें उन्होंने बोला था कि मुझे ये पता है कि मुझे कुछ नहीं पता है, और मुझे ये भी पता है कि किसी को कुछ नहीं पता है, राइट? सो वो हमारे माइंड की लिमिटेशंस के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं कि हम जहाँ तक सोच पा रहे हैं, जरूरी थोड़ी है कि उतनी ही इंफॉर्मेशन अवेलेबल है, जरूरी थोड़ी है कि जितना आपको पता है वही अल्टीमेट रियलिटी हो। तो कोई भी चीज़ सीखो, उसको ऐसे हार्ड एंड फास्ट रूल लेके नहीं चलना है। देर शुड ऑलवेज बी अ स्कोप that you are leaving behind. So if there is some improvement, you are going ahead with that improvement as well, right? तो वही वाला केस है, कभी भी अपनी बात पे इतना वो नहीं होना है, मतलब जहाँ रिक्वायरमेंट है दैट इज़ अ डिफरेंट थिंग, बट कभी भी अपनी बात पे इतना अडिग नहीं होना है कि उसको गलत, मतलब गलत होने के उसके चांसेस ही नहीं है, ऐसा नहीं सोचना है कि मुझे बहुत आ गया, मुझे सब पता है। दैट फीलिंग शुड नॉट बी देयर, बिकॉज दैट इज़ लाइक अ बैरियर in your way to learn, because the more you learn, the more you'll crave for learning more. All right, the more you know, the more it feels there is more left to know. The challenge becomes greater and greater. Peak after peak going goes on emerging. So ऐसा है कि जैसे आप पहाड़ में जा रहे हो, एक चट्टान आपने, एक पीक पे आप पहुंच गए, फिर आपको दूसरी पीक दिखी, फिर दूसरे पे पहुंच गए, फिर आपको एक और पीक दिखी। तो वैसी ये जर्नी है। Peak after peak goes on emerging. While ascending on peak, it seems the goal is reached. When you arrive at the top, more peaks appear ahead. तो नीचे से देखने में लगता है कि वहाँ पहुँच जाएंगे तो भाई ये हमारा गोल है, वहाँ पहुँचोगे तो आपको दिखेगा कि उसके ऊपर कुछ और भी है। So it is like that. One doorway is entered and new doors appear in front of us. This is why we call enlightenment an unending mystery. Mystery means that which we know but still are unable to know. This is why we say enlightenment is never attained by intellect, because intellect can only know that which it has finished knowing. Enlightenment is never finished. So don't miss with the mind. Don't mess hoga I think ye. Don't mess with the mind. Don't remain bound with the dead past. If you tie a dead body to yourself, you'll understand what the mind is. Tie a corpse to your body and you will unable to move around. That corpse is rotting, is decaying, and has become a burden. Intellect is a corpse. The heart is new sprout, life's new sprout, and one has to go even beyond the heart. तो जर्नी है, पहले अपने इंटेलेक्ट पे वहीं तक विश्वास करो कि जहाँ तक वो आपको रियल चीज़ों के बारे में दिखा सके, ठीक है? उसके बाद आप हार्ट को फॉलो करो, और उसके बाद देयर आर थिंग्स बियॉन्ड द हार्ट एज वेल, इज व्हाट ओशो इज ट्राइंग टू से। Each new moment is fresh as the old, like a familiar love song filling the breast. Go on planting string upon string, and each string such that the melody of the completed ragini never becomes empty. Move up fresh with each new step and keep the breast open for every available possibility. Welcoming, keep the heart ready. Don't hold back when the unknown calls. Do not hesitate when the unfamiliar beckons. When the unknowable knocks on the door, don't be frightened. Move with it. This is the characteristics of a religious person. The third question, praises to you. In 1,000 lives, I could not achieve as much as you have spontaneously given me. Please accept me as your disciple. Okay, someone is saying this. Alright. You have taken it, then you have become a disciple. Becoming a disciple is not dependent on my acceptance. Becoming a disciple is dependent on your acceptance. A disciple means one who is ready to learn. A disciple means one who is ready to bow down to fill the begging bowl. A discipline means one eager to listen in humility, eager to contemplate deeply and quietly, eager to meditate. You have become a disciple. If you took it, then by your very taking, you have become a disciple. Being a disciple is not dependent on my agreement. What can I do if I accept you but you don't take it? What can I do if I don't accept you but you go ahead and take it anyway? Discipleship is your freedom. If it is not anyone's charity, discipleship is your privilege, your dignity. There is no need for any papers to prove it. This is why Eklavya could sit alone in the forest. See how he didn't worry about Dronacharya's refusing him. The master simply refused, but the disciple was ready, insisting on becoming a disciple. So, what can the master do? One day, the master dissolved that the disciple had defeated him. Eklavya had made an earthen image and set it up to practice archery in front of. He obeyed it and touched its feet. When Drona heard that Eklavya had become become very adept, he went to see. He was surprised, not just surprised, he became frightened. He was upset because Eklavya had become so well practiced that Arjuna paled in comparison. Arjuna was the disciple of Dronacharya, and Eklavya made Dronacharya as his guru. And even though Dronacharya did not accept it, he just made an image by the earthen pot and he started practicing. And he became so good that he is outshining the Arjuna, and that is something that made Dronacharya a little bit afraid. Drona may not have been much of a master, but Eklavya was a great, very great disciple. Drona must have been an ordinary master, most common, not worthy to be called a master. He must have been skilled, well versed, but had nothing at all of the quality of master. First, he had refused because Eklavya was a Shudra and untouchable. Is this something for a master to do? Does a master still see any distinction between Brahman and Shudra? No, he must have been a businessman with his mind on the market. How can a master of Kshatriya warriors accept a Shudra? He must have been very afraid of society. He must have been a pillar of the society and lived with its restraints. He must have been narrow minded. The day Drona refused Eklavya, saying he was a Shudra, was the day Drona himself became a Shudra. Such foolishness. And I am a firm believer of it. When we say someone else is Shudra just because of the caste, then we are the real Shudra. We are the real foolish in this scenario. If we are acting on the basis of it, because getting birth in a particular household, in a particular caste, has nothing to do with the capability of a person. Time and again, people have proved it. Be it Ambedkar, be it Eklavya, be it a lot of people in the history. Right? So that means it is just a, like, what I can say, just a box that society has made, and they want people to act in this manner. Alright. But Eklavya was wonderful. He didn't bother that the master had refused. In his heart, he had accepted him as the master. It was finished. Even the refusal of the master did not destroy his respect for him. He must have been a rare disciple. And in the ultimate deception, when Eklavya's skill was known, he became famous. Drona was shaken because he wanted his disciple Arjuna to be known to the world. Eklavya was also his own disciple, but without his assent. The master felt at a loss. The one he had taught with heart and soul had put all his effort into. He had become just pale before this man, who had only made a crude clay statue with his own hands and had attained great skill practicing in front of it. Drona requested his thumb. How cheap, how small of a gesture it is by Drona. Now I'm giving it a thought. It is very strange. He was not ready to give instruction to him, but he has come to ask for the gift for instructing him. गुरु दक्षिणा जिसको बोलते हैं ना, एकलव्य ने अपना अंगूठा दे दिया था, स्टोरी है. तो ये एकलव्य का महान होना जितना ज़्यादा नहीं दिखाता है, उससे ज़्यादा ये दिखाता है कि द्रोणाचार्य की कितनी नीच सोच थी. But Eklavya must have been an amazing disciple. He did not refuse to give him the gift to the man who had refused to initiate him. अंगूठा क्यों मांगा? क्योंकि लाइक आर्चरी में अंगूठा बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होता है, एंड द्रोणाचार्य चाहते थे कि सबसे बेस्ट अर्जुन ही रहे. एंड अर्जुन हैज, अगेन अर्जुन इज नॉट एट फॉल्ट हियर. द्रोणाचार्य इज द वन. Again, Eklavya is definitely not at fault. A disciple like Eklavya is really disciple. He immediately cut off his thumb and gave it to Dronacharya. Dronacharya had asked for the thumb to the right hand. It was cunning politics. Indeed, it was a cunning politics to have him cut off his thumb. Then Eklavya's archery would be useless. This Drona certainly must have been cruel, evil, natured person, and I am a firm believer of it. I do believe it strongly that he was a evil, cruel man, evil natured man, Dronacharya. Far from being a master, it is not easy to call him human. What a low trick he played, and played it on such a simple hearted disciple. And still, Hindus consider Drona as a master. Go on calling him Guru. Do you become one who knows the infinite Brahma just by being born as a Brahman? This is the question you should ask to yourself. And this is where you have to put logic, right? That will lead you to enlightenment, not entitlement. Entitlement is something that people are seeking by doing little nothing, just being born on some house which is Brahman's house, or like Kshatriya's house or Shudra house. I'm not saying they are wrong, but if they are acting in this manner, they are saying, okay, Shudra is lower than us just because of the birth, then they are wrong. Eklavya was a real Brahmin and Drona just a Shudra. His mentality is lowly. This Brahman, Eklavya, cut off his thumb. He didn't hesitate a bit. He didn't even say, "What are you asking? When I asked for instruction, you refused to give it. I have not learned anything from you." No, although the whole affair was wrong, it never even occurred to him. He said, "I have learned from you. What difference does it make that you refused me? I have learned this art from you. You went on refusing, but still I learned from you. Look, I have made your statue, so I am indebted to you. You ask for a thumb, even if you ask for a life, I would give it." He gave him his thumb. To be a disciple depends on you. It's not a question of anyone's agreement or disagreement. If you feel that you have received much, then it has happened. Let this feeling go on deepening. Don't lose the feeling of being a disciple, and your growth will be tremendous. You'll go on and on receiving. Discipleship is the art of learning. ये सिमिलर ऐसी चीज़ें मैंने प्रेमानंद जी महाराज भी बोलते हैं कि मेरे सामने आके मेरी लाइक पाँव छूना या वहाँ पे वो सारी चीज़ें करना ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है, पर मैं जो बोल रहा हूँ उसको अगर आप फॉलो करोगे तो तुम सही मायने में मेरे वो हो, शिष्य हो। ऐसा अगर आप सिर्फ फ़ोन या लैपटॉप या किसी में भी दूर बहुत दूर रहते हुए भी अगर आप बात सुन के उसको फॉलो कर रहे हो, देन यू आर अ ट्रू शिष्य. And I do agree with it. The fourth question: I had heard that wine is better and burns the breast. What? Wine is bitter and burns the breast. But I read it as better. My bad. I had heard that wine is bitter and burns the breast. But the taste of your wine is something else. Alright. Then the wine you are familiar with is not real wine, because wine is neither bitter nor burns the breast. And what burns the breast and is bitter is fake wine, not real wine. This is the first time you have come to know the taste of wine. Don't bother with false wine anymore. You have entered the tavern for the first time. Now make your heart a vessel and drink to your heart's content. So metaphorically वो बताना चाह रहे हैं कि आज तक जो तुम्हें ज्ञान मिला है, जो रियलिटी तुम्हें दिखाई गई है, वो एक्चुअल में रियलिटी नहीं थी. अब तुमको जो रियलिटी पता चल रही है, हो सकता है कि तुम्हें फील हो कि ये एक्चुअल रियलिटी है, तो इसको एक्सेप्ट करो. जितने ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा आप इसको अलाउ कर सकते हो अपने सबकॉन्शियस कॉन्शियस माइंड का पार्ट बनने का, उतना इसको अलाउ करो. Alright, because this drinking will bring transformation. This wine will not bring forgetfulness. This wine will bring remembrance. Is that what makes you unconscious really wine? Wine is that which brings you consciousness. This wine will wake you up. This wine will acquaint you with the one who sits hidden inside of you. This wine will make you you. Outwardly, you may seem to others to be drunkard. Don't worry, perhaps people outside will misunderstand your ecstasy and think it is insanity and unconsciousness. You need not bother. The real test is within you. If your consciousness is growing, you need not bother. Let the word understand whatever it wants to. Some lines of Mayaz. As Masiha Hood comes into my words, people say that I am unwell. I'll know well the secrets. I am a seeker of that thing called love. My word is love and only love. I am fed up with the witness of intellect. Yes, that vice which both Hafiz and Umar Khayyam had, I too am a little guilty of it. What is life? The sin of Adam. If life is, then I am guilty. Masihahood comes into my words. People say that I am unwell. People said that Jesus too was just sick. Only with great reluctance did they call him Masiha. People also call Socrates insane, and they poisoned him. People never thought Mansoor was intelligent, otherwise, why did they execute him? And I have told you the story of Ashtavakra. His very father got so angry that he cursed him. saying that his body would be deformed in 8 places. Jesus was on the earth for 33 years before he was crucified. Socrates was already old when he was poisoned basically. Stone was thrown at Mahavira and Buddha. It is true, but consider Ashtavakra. He was not even born and he was cursed. He was still in the womb and he was deformed for life. And if someone else had done it, it would be forgivable. But this but his very father did it. The one who was the cause of his life got angry. The message of enlightenment does not fit with people. The truth troubles people. An ecstatic person fills people with anxiety. If you are unhappy, no one is disturbed. Just enjoy being unhappy. People say, open your heart and suffer. There's no harm. This is exactly how it should be. If you laugh, people become anxious. Laughing is not acceptable. People suspect that you are mad. Does a sensible person ever laugh? Do you ever see a wise man laughing? Do you see intelligent people dancing or singing a song? An intelligent person is serious. His face is long. His mood is sad. We call them great saints, great Mahatmas. The most sick a person is, the greater a saint he becomes. If someone sits like a corpse, stick, poverty stricken, people say, what asceticism, what renunciation. I had gone to a village. Some people brought a saint to me. They said he is very miraculous. He only really eats. He rarely sleeps. He is very quiet. He speaks very little. And his as- asceticism is so powerful that his face has become like pure gold. When they brought him, I said, why have you tortured this man? He is sick. His face is not like gold. He is merely starving and thirsty. His face has become yellow because he is anemic. You think he is religious? And how can he speak? He doesn't have energy to speak. This man seems to be a little idiotic. There is no fire in his eyes, no individuality, no joy. How can there be? He doesn't sleep properly, not eat and drink properly, and you are worshipping him? He's only interested in your worshipping him for what he is doing. He does it for your worship. Stop worshipping them for a while, and you will find that 90 out of 100 of your Mahatmas disappear the very night you stop worshipping. They do all kinds of idiotic things because of your worship. They do whatever you want them to. If you say pull out your hairs one by one, they pull out their hair. If you say be naked, they stand naked. If you say starve yourself, they starve themselves. In return, you have to do only one thing, to respect them, to give strength to their egos. The real religion is always a laughing religion. The real religion is always healthy, fulfilled, affirming life. The real religion is like flowers. There is no sadness there. People understand sadness as peace. Sadness is not peace. Peace sings joyously. This is very important. Sadness is not peace. Peace sings joyously. Peace is very vibrant. Peace is a great drunkard. Your feet becomes unsteady. Ecstasy surrounds you. You walk on the earth, yet you are not walking on the earth. You are moving in the sky as if you are spreading your wings, just ready to fly off. It is good if you have tasted my wine. You have tasted the real wine. Now there will no need there will be no need of going to any other tavern. I will know well the secrets. I am a seeker of what that thing called love. Keep just one thirst of that thing called love. Ask for only one thing, for that which is called love. I am a seeker of that thing called love. My word is love and only love. And let your whole word and your whole being be filled with love. It is enough. I am fed up with the williness of intellect, and be finished with the disturbance of the mind. Descend into the protection of love. My word is love and only love. I am fed up with the willingness of intellect. Yes, that vice which both Hafiz and Umar Khayyam had, I too am a little guilty of it. Yes, that vice which both Hafiz and Umar Khayyam had. Umar Khayyam had not been understood. A great injustice has been done to him. One day in Bombay, I saw the sign for a bar. It read Omar Khayyam, a great injustice has been done to him. Fitz, Fitzgerald. okay, was very mistaken when he translated his poetry into English. Fitzgerald did not understand Omar Khayyam. He could not understand because to understand Omar Khayyam, one needs to experience the ecstasy of the Sufis, the samadhi of the Sufis. Omar Khayyam was a Sufi mystic. Okay, now we are at page number 183 out of 186, and the remaining three pages we'll do it in a while after a short break. Okay, so we'll keep our what I can say journey till here for this live stream. If you have interest in spirituality, Osho, especially in book reading, in logic, in understanding, अगर आपका इन चीज़ों में इंटरेस्ट है यू कैन सब्सक्राइब टू द चैनल, डू सब्सक्राइब टू द चैनल अगर आपको लगता है कि आपकी लाइफ में कुछ वैल्यू ऐड हो सकती है. एंड विल मीट नेक्स्ट टाइम. टिल देन स्टे हेल्दी, स्टे सेफ, and make sure that you are liking the live stream as well. All right, so thank you so much universe, thank you so much Radharanji, have fun, peace out.